I have the Hollyland MAX Wi-Fi system here. It's real good. We use it in a cave. It works about 250 feet without any dropouts, even through a few small rocks. So the problem I was having is if somebody's wearing this, and if they grab it like this and hold for about 2 seconds, it turns off the power. And if they're a little nervous and they click twice real quick, this will mute the mic, and that's not good. This is the noise cancellation. It works real good like a noise gate. If it's off, you could use it with musical instruments, but then you have some background noise. But if you click it on, it works real good for voice. It cuts out like fan noise, but I haven't tested it yet with an instrument. So that's that side. On the record side, again, if somebody grabs it here, if you push on that, it'll start recording, and that might burn up some energy in the transmitter. But it's cool that it even does that. You can record your own track inside the unit. There is the software in the receiver that'll prevent this from turning off. So once you turn it on, if you push it again, it won't turn off. And that's a good feature if you need it. But the software doesn't prevent this from turning on in the first place. I tested it both ways, and it just doesn't work. So I'll show you what I did. I made a paper template of what I wanted, like for this side, and that's for the record side. And I got a black credit card and put this template on top, and I etched around with an X-Acto knife on the perimeter, so I'd know the size, and etched around the inside. But before I broke out the parts, I drilled that hole and drilled these two holes, and then used the X-Acto to cut out the difference. And then cut this deeper with the X-Acto, and then I was able to bend the card and break out the part. And then beveled it on the inside, on the back, to where when I glued it, it would make it gooey around the perimeter there. So I sanded it quite a bit, filed it and sanded it, put some black Sharpie on the edge, and then used plumber's goop to stick it on there. And same on that side. So once that was done, the problem is getting this in the case, because where the power button is here, there's a trough for it to go down, but there's lips on the edge over here, and you can see just a little bit of it left. But I call this the long side, because this has to go pretty far down. So I had to file all the way to the bottom in there on this, the right side and the left side, and then the short side about halfway for the record side, like that. So there's a lot of filings and stuff in here, all that. This little file worked really good. This didn't do much, and the real abrasive one didn't do much at all. Yeah. So once I got everything filed, I was constantly dumping all these shavings out. I was able to put this under the sink and just aim in here and rinse it out real quick and shake it, and then dry it out. I didn't want to mess with the battery case. And then dried everything off, cleaned all the contacts, and it took a few times to fit this to make it go in smooth, but I got them to fit. And this one fits on that side, and this one fits on that side, just to double check. But there it is. That took about 4 hours, maybe 5, but that'll fix the problem. For the Lark Max, this was kind of cumbersome to put on a shirt because it flops down this way. So I'd made this piece of cardboard here. Got a paper clip and put some glue on it, and stuck it through the chambers of the cardboard to reinforce it. So you want to get a piece that's pretty thin, This is maybe not even 2 millimeters. And I made a paper template to be sure it would fit. So it's one piece of cardboard, but I spun it around with a screwdriver a couple of times to where it was almost where you couldn't see through it, but glued it all in a circle there, and then put some grocery bag around it to kind of smooth it out, and then sprayed it with some flat black Krylon, and used this lacquer from Home Depot, this kind of a satin lacquer, to seal it to where the flat black doesn't wear off, and got some nylon rope. So I had to drill this hole out once it was all dried. Just measured the thickness of the rope and drilled it through very carefully, not to drill through my fingers. So I'm holding the camera here, and I'll show you how this sets up in the next shot. And then for the receiver, this was a little bit awkward to have out at a gig, like just hanging around. And I've got a super long cable going to my compressor here, so I made this little box that holds the receiver. It's got a little hatch, and you can stick it in there. And then on this side, it's got a porthole for that headphone piece. And then to take it out, you just push up through here, and it comes up through this slot in the middle right there. So this is some mouse pad to where I can just Velcro this thing like to a rail or a mic stand like this. And that works really good. The Wi-Fi goes to the cardboard, of course. So I'll show you this all together in the next shot. So here's the receiver in his little house. I'd recommend pushing the lock on the side just to lock everything, so that when you start pushing buttons, it'll show you the lock and it doesn't change any settings. So do that, and then stick them in here, and then you got the porthole there. And then when you close this, strap it onto something that Velcro holds the top closed. And then to get them out, just push up through here, and it starts poking out, like that. So just take it out. Then the transmitter, that's what it all looks like. Pretty slick. At the end of the lanyard here, I used about 3/4 of an inch of AC extension cable, and then expanded it out with some pliers on the inside to fatten it up a little bit. Put some masking tape on the ends, and then ran it through here and pulled it through with pliers. And then took the tape off, tied it in a knot, and then when you put it around somebody's neck, this has enough friction to hold it, so you just snug it up and then just pull it back, so that works really good. And that is it.